statement, you are free to do so.
Somebody asked
Well,
me a
at this
question.
point,
That is not
I
a
have been the
particular
one
question.
actually to object at this point, and I asked you, I object because I have not been charged with breaking a fire code violation, and I just don't see the relevance of that question.
The relevance of my question is to understanding the witness's opinions or views on how free speech interacts with regulated behaviors. Earlier in his testimony, he made a claim that he believes that because her actions were an expression of free speech, none of the administrative code should be applied.
What he said.
I'm
Actually,
curious
don't
as to,
think that claim was.
that's what I heard, that's why I'm asking you a question. You're not charged with a fire code violation, but he said part of this action here is that an action that I do believe, hypothetically, the fire marshal would be very disturbed if he walked into an office and had a file cabinet moved in front of the door. And I'm curious as to whether the witness believes that that type of behavior, because it's in the name of free speech, is acceptable or not. That's all I'm asking. It's a hypothetical.
I mean, I still object to the question because there is not a charge of that.
Noted.
In a hypothetical situation, if there were a fire code violation, I think the least effective means of preventing our students from causing fire code violations would be to charge them or carry out that sort of activity by using administrative code. I think there are much better means of preventing fire code violations on these campus.
So it is that in part of understanding the administrative code is not only the letter, but the intent and how to interpret it in context. And so, yes.
I have a question about the part of the code.
No, you can ask your question.
The part of the code that you talked about with intent, like that you have to, for it to be a problem, you have to intend to be disrupting the work area or whatever. Does that mean are there two parts to that? Is it intend to occupy somewhere and intend to violate, or intend that when you intend, like know that when you occupy you'll disrupt work?
I'm not an attorney, so I think that's a little too
Is
much
it-
of a...
But so do you just I know you talked a little bit about it. You didn't intend to disrupt anything when they went in. Does that mean it's like?
I mean, I would argue that there was no reasonable expectation that the police would be called,
Okay.
and that the level of disruption that occurred was not what was supposed to occur, what would have been expected, particularly looking at historical actions that have been done on or with the chancellor in mind and other administrators.
Okay.
So since the question